Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. This is Melanie and it is Tuesday. And earlier I posted a picture and I asked you to guess what emotion the picture was displaying. It was a cute little black and white picture, reminded me of the Little Rascals, which I used to watch when I was little before school started. And the picture basically was a boy and a girl kissing each other and another girl, of course, a girl, looking over her shoulder with a very scornful face. So she was clearly unhappy. She was clearly jealous. And, you know, it's so funny because I don't think of jealousy very much for me personally. I think I overcame that a long time ago. But, you know, it does creep back up. And when you have children, a lot of feelings and emotions resurface as you're raising them and preparing them for adulthood. You see a lot of emotions that you dealt with and that they're dealing with and that others deal with as well. So it's so funny that it's been coming up in my devotion for the past few days. So, you know, one of it was like how to identify or where does jealousy come from? And then what are the consequences of jealousy? And then, of course, overcoming jealousy. So the funny thing is as I'm reading this, I'm kind of taking it in personally, but then what I'm also seeing is the bigger picture of how it affects our children and how we handle it affecting our children, and most of all, adults. How is it affecting adults? Because I feel like since I am an adult and my goal is to empower other women, it's something that I wanted to discuss here and see what you guys think and how you feel about jealousy. Is it something that you recognize within yourself? And if you do recognize it, is it holding you back? I mean, that's my key thing, is what can jealousy do to you? And of course, you know, the Bible tells us that jealousy can create other negative behaviors. And that's also what I wanted to talk about and, you know, compare maybe some things or where you are in your life as a result of jealousy. You know, it's not just about being jealous of another couple or about another house or about someone's new car, which is happening a lot among the 16-year-old teenagers who are seeing their friends get these nice new cars that they would love to have, and their parent isn't allowing them to have that kind of car. So, you know, these are choices that we make, but we still have to deal with the consequences and the feelings of those choices. So I really wanted to share just a few things, consequences of jealousy, because these are the things that, believe it or not, jealousy is something we can control. It is a feeling. It is normal for you to feel jealous about something. If someone loses weight, and you're not quite happy for them because you've been struggling with that and you want to experience that same success. Maybe someone who got a promotion at work and you felt like you deserved that and you worked really hard for that. These are normal feelings. It's the feelings you choose after that that are not so normal. I mean, we justify them as normal, but actually we control them. That feeling of jealousy is of the flesh, and our choices and how we react to them are also of the flesh. So, hey, Susan. So, you know, what we do as a result of jealousy can really make or break us. It can really set us on the right path, or it can set us on the wrong path. So I wanted just to touch on some things, and you tell me if you've experienced any of these feelings as a result of jealousy. So fear, this is huge. Fear is something we all deal with. Fear of failure, fear of losing something, fear of not measuring up, fear of, you know, starting and not finishing. So we get jealous of what others accomplish, and we want those things, but maybe we are living in fear and not allowing ourselves to move past that jealousy and believe in ourselves. So if you're feeling fear, you're afraid that you're not getting what you want or losing something that you have or just not measuring up, those can be a result of jealousy. And actually, you know, instead of letting your jealousy and your fear hold you back, you should just remove it. Remove the fear, get out of the way, and see what happens. You know, I mean, you can't really fail. You know, you can quit, but you can't really fail because you're still going to be existing. You're still going to be living. You're still going to be making choices. So that's not a failure. You know, gotta focus on some positive things. Competitiveness. Whoa, that's a big word this morning, and my coffee makes me say it too fast. Competitiveness. You aggressively strive to outperform others. So this too, not just fear, but being overly competitive could be a result of jealousy. So you're pushing yourself to just be better than everybody else. That's got to be a difficult life to live. That's got to be kind of sad. And I mean, yes, you can be very proud of yourself and happy for yourself, but how is it being portrayed to others? Don't you want, I mean, the whole beauty of life is to share it and experience it with others, to experience the success with others. I mean, that's what I love about our challenge groups and our accountability group. It's a bunch of women who just love all over each other, whether we, you know, fall down or whether we succeed and lose the weight, whatever the case is, we are just loving each other and lifting each other. And that's so important. So, you know, the thing is, don't be so focused on your own successes that you're missing what's going on around you. So don't let jealousy turn you into that person. Also, don't let jealousy give you a critical spirit. Now, I really see this in my children sometimes, and it's really sad, but it's almost like this critical spirit means that you're undermining the success of others. So it's like you're not giving them credit for what they did. You're disgruntled and, you know, it was easy for them or their parents helped them. You know, I'm kind of talking about my kids now, but we do that as grown-ups too. We justify why they got what they wanted and we didn't. But it still comes from the source of jealousy, and we're still undermining their success. So let's try to be aware of that. Are we being critical-minded? Are we being a critical spirit? You know, that really isn't going to help us. That's not going to make us happy, and it's not going to help us fulfill our own goals to focus on, you know, they got it because they know this person. So that's not going to happen to me. I don't know anybody. Well, does that mean you're not going to try? Does that mean you're not going to use your own gifts, talents, and resources? It shouldn't. You shouldn't let it. Do not let it stop you. Divided mind. Someone else's success becomes a constant distraction. Are you constantly looking out of the corner of your eye to see what that other person is doing in the gym? If you are not focusing on you and your results. So do not focus on those around you when you're trying to make your own goal. Get your head in the game, look ahead, do everything that you can do to make your success possible. Because it's just like running. If I'm thinking about baseball, track running, anything like that, the minute you turn and you take your eye off the prize, you lose milliseconds. And those milliseconds can make or break you. So do not be distracted and have a divided mind over your jealousy of someone else. I know it's really hard to say that you admit that you might be jealous of someone else. But if you are open to your own feelings and you start identifying these things, you will become free from them. And that is empowering, and that is what I'm here to share, empowerment. So a couple more. Comparison. Everybody plays the comparison game, right? You measure your success against someone else's. That doesn't seem fair, does it? I mean, do we really want to do that to ourselves? Do we really want to compare ourselves to someone else and determine whether we're successful based on what they did? I don't think so. I don't want my kids to do that. I don't want to live my life that way, you know? So try not to compare yourself to someone else, because there's a lot of things behind closed doors we don't know about. And people are at different places on their journey, in their life, in their experiences, in their wisdom. So try never to compare yourself to someone else. You be the best version of you. That is what's going to get you where you want to go and ahead in your own goals and success, not in comparison to someone else's. And the last was two more things. Actually, three. Anger. Jealousy will cause anger. And anger will cause you to be bitter inside. And that is not a good feeling. That does not make you want to get up and go do what you have to do every day. You cannot carry around bags of anger. It's heavy. It's too heavy for you to carry. So let go of any kind of anger that you're feeling from a jealous spirit or thought. Just let that go. Do not hold on to that. It will weigh you down. So insecurity, don't feel as if you're not enough. This kind of goes back to fear. You're putting someone else on a pedestal and putting yourself down here. You're not doing yourself any good. And that person doesn't know that you're putting yourself down and them up. It has no relevance to them. So why in the world would you do that to yourself? Always lift yourself up, put yourself next to someone, and then just shoot for your own goal. We are all the same. We are all human. We have, the same human tendencies to make mistakes and to excel. We all have the ability. It's what we choose to do every day, all day, how we choose to think, what we choose to do with our time. We're all on the same playing field. All right, so the last thing I want to say, and is that your body, your mind, your soul, you cannot harbor these two things at one time. You cannot harbor jealousy and peace in your body, in your soul, in your mind. They can't exist together. They can't. If you're at peace, then you're free of any jealousies, any comparisons. You're free of that. And that is such a great feeling. Doesn't mean that you won't have moments of jealousy. It means that you have to choose to let those go and not to let them fill your mind, not to let them make you afraid or divide your mind or cause you to be overly competitive with other people. The focus should be on you. And the last thing, jealousy can cause all of these things: fear, divided mind, anger, insecurity. It can also cause you to be ill, to become physically ill, to become so consumed with negative thoughts, inadequate thoughts, thoughts of fear, thoughts of never being successful. All of that can completely, along with everything else in your life, all the challenges, the obstacles, the job, the stress, all of that will make you physically ill. Physically ill. And who wants that? Who wants that? How are you going to get ahead if you're just physically ill from all of the negative thoughts and feelings? You get to change it all, though. Kind of goes back to my live yesterday. You get to hit the reset button. And you will every day encounter some type of jealousy, whether it's personal jealousy or whether it's through your children, your children's friends. It will come up. It's how you choose to handle it, how you choose to think about it. I like to just let it go. I have the gift of forgetfulness. I praise God for that gift, because if you offended me, whether you meant to or not, I'm not going to remember it. I just don't choose to think someone really meant to be mean to me. It's a safety mechanism for myself. I'm just like, I wouldn't want to do that to someone, so why would someone want to do that to me? They didn't mean that. And I just move on. It's a healthy way of thinking, because if I know that I didn't try to hurt someone, which I don't know why I would, then I don't think that they would want to do that to me. And just adopt that. Adopt that feeling of, I wouldn't want to hurt someone, so why would they want to hurt me? And don't always feel that someone is trying to tear you down. I mean, even if they are, do not give them the satisfaction of even thinking about it or considering that you're less than you are. Because you are everything you want to be. Just let it be. Let yourself be. Let go of the negative. Let go of memories that are painful, that hold you back. Let go of them. Become what you want. It doesn't happen overnight. Nothing does. Success doesn't happen overnight. And anytime you see someone just pop up successfully, they did something to get there. Someone helped them. They asked all the people they could think of. They did something to get there. So never discredit that. Don't be jealous and discredit how they got there. But is that what you want anyway? If it is, then emulate. Like if there is something you want and someone's achieving it, well, look, what are they doing that maybe you're not doing? Are they knocking on doors? Are they making phone calls? Are they going to the gym every day? Are they prepping their meals on Sunday? What is it that you want that someone else has you will have the ability to get it, but you have to make some changes maybe. You have to maybe change just the way you think. Because I think we all want peace and happiness, and really that comes from within. So I hope that I've said something today to empower you, to release you from any chains of jealousy or anger or fear or dissatisfaction, anything that has been holding you back from being everything you want to be. You have the ability to go and get it, whatever it is. And if I can be of any help, if I can be your personal cheerleader, especially if I can help you with nutrition or fitness goals or just mentally getting out of that place that you are, I am happy to do it, because, I mean, we all need to feel needed. We all need to feel supported. We all need to feel loved, and we all need to feel empowered by our own abilities. We all have gifts and talents. And if you don't know what it is, keep looking, keep praying. What gives you passion? What gives you satisfaction? Look down those avenues. You may find your talents there. And once you start digging into your talents and you start giving your talent and your support and yourself, not completely, but the self that enjoys those activities, you will be so much happier. You will feel free. You will feel light and less burdened. And it really doesn't matter what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you live in, how many kids you have, how much money is in your bank account. None of that will give you the internal personal peace and joy that you deserve. All right, that's Tuesday, everybody. I will try to come back with something more tomorrow. God will lead me, and I will show up. Thank you for hanging in with me. Have an awesome day. See you soon.